This was probably my least favorite song that we've heard so far in the series. It's Kristen, and today we are talking about the third episode in High School Musical, the musical, the series. Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this episode of High School Musical, the series. Following last week, EJ now has Nini's phone, and he's been snooping on it, and he learns, basically that she had told Ricky that she loved him, and now he hears a voicemail from Ricky, and just doing all the things you shouldn't do in a loving, trusting relationship, like snooping. At first he feels really bad, and he wants to write a song for Nini to explain what happened and talk about, why he's sorry and how she's so great and all this stuff. And I have to tell you, this was probably my least favorite song that we've heard so far in the series. I just really did not enjoy this musical number in this episode, and I was hoping we were gonna get a second one. It just sounded like he was struggling through it to me, like maybe he was a little bit out of breath or struggling to hit the notes or something like that. So while this is going on, we also are seeing Nini kind of going crazy, thinking that Gina's the one that stole her phone, which I guess she technically did, but she gave it to EJ, so it's kind of out of her hands at this point. But Nini is suspicious of her, so she starts stealing all of her stuff. Gina's plan is starting to work, which is to really get in Nini's head, mess with her, and I'm curious to see what is Nini's reaction when she does finally learn that EJ had her phone and snooped on her. We get a little bit of a hint of that at the end of this episode because Ricky comes to Nini and is like, why did you basically make a joke out of my voicemail and tell EJ about it? And she's like, what voicemail? I don't know what you're talking about. So I think, she'll probably be able to piece together, oh, that means EJ had my phone. And I hope that that does cause some drama because I feel like EJ has been getting off a little bit scot-free lately, like nobody knows what he's up to, and I think that what he did was wrong. Like, he shouldn't have been snooping on her phone. He should just trust her or talk to her about the situation and how he feels. So obviously that's relationship 101, communication and trust, and if they don't have that, why are they together? Something that I thought was really cool about this episode is that I felt like they took a storyline from High School Musical and kind of twisted it on its head a little bit and used it as a storyline in this episode. In the first movie, Troy and Gabriella are really getting close, they're singing a lot, and the friends start feeling threatened. So Chad and Taylor set up a scheme to basically get Troy to say all these sort of mean things about Gabriella so that she can hear them. And in this episode it was a little bit the opposite, but a similar situation where basically Gina and EJ, who are cast in the musical as Taylor and Chad, are the ones who set up for Gabriella, aka Nini's phone, to be missing so that she doesn't get Ricky's voicemail, aka the guy who's playing Troy. It was sort of like in the first movie they set it up so that Gabriella heard something that she didn't want to hear, and in the show, the person who's playing Gabriella in the show did not get Troy's message. So that was just like a little connection that I was like, oh, that's fun to kind of take this story and twist it on its head a little bit. And I hope that they continue to do more things like that because I think that's a lot of fun. I think EJ definitely should have told the truth at this point because now Gina's sort of made herself look really innocent and it's all gonna kind of come down to EJ, which I think makes a very good kind of villain, if you will, because Gina has really been working everyone from behind the scenes and she's not getting her own hands dirty, so that's pretty smart. And then while all the student drama is happening, there is also some drama within the teachers, specifically the drama teacher and the science teacher, which to me is a little bit reminiscent of the relationship that Ms. Darbus and Coach Bolton had, where they were kind of always at odds, except I think this is a little bit more like catty or petty, to be honest. These teachers have a little bit more of a Glee vibe, I think, to them than the students even do, just in the way that they're kind of like, petty and fighting and, kind of trying to ruin each other's careers in a way. Overall, I do enjoy that the story is continuing each week kind of like a really long movie, although I do wish the episodes were a little bit longer, or that they just put up the full season, because each episode I feel like it ends and I'm like, wait, that was it? That was it? It's over? What's the next one? And I want to like continue, like I just want to watch the whole thing. Maybe I'm just used to binge watching stuff, so I would prefer to just watch it all at once, or at least for there to be some more meatier episodes or just longer episodes. And I would say this episode was probably not one of my favorites of the season. I didn't really like EJ's song, and I think kind of like the stealing drama between Gina and Nini was a little bit unnecessary. And the other thing is I get the main storyline is like Nini, EJ, Ricky, and Gina, but there are other characters that I would love for them to dive more into. Right now I feel like Nini's best friend Courtney and Ricky's best friend Big Red really have no storyline so far other than just being like the person supporting them. And I really wish that they would dive a bit deeper into their characters. I also really love Carlos, and I want them to give him more of a role. He's the choreographer, and you know, the role of Sharpay was always a huge role in High School Musical, and I feel like the guy who's playing Sharpay, we haven't really seen that much of yet. You know, we don't know who's playing Ryan, I don't know who's playing Kelsey. I wish that they would dive into that a little bit more. I just think they have a really strong cast, and I want to see more of everybody else. Although it does look like next episode they're gonna start working on Troy and Gabriella's duet, so I think that'll be really fun, and I'm just excited to see them continue to stage and put together the musical, because honestly these kids are really talented. Like, Gina's dance moves in this episode were crazy, so I'm excited for more. If you like this one, you can check out more of my High School Musical, the series reviews right over here, and I will catch you guys in my next video. See ya!